I spent my entire 20s single. I tried everything. Dating apps, matchmaking, blind dates, church connections, and nothing worked the way I thought it would. And looking back now, I'm convinced the most important thing God was doing wasn't finding me a spouse. It was forming me. If you're single, dating, and exhausted or lonely, this video is for you. I got married at 31, which means I walked through all of my 20s single. I tried just about everything. Dating apps, online tools, in-person matchmaking, and different connections through our church, you name it. But eventually God brought my wife into my life through our church, and we dated for over a year, got married, and now we've been married for almost a decade with some kids. But here's the part of the story that matters more than how I met my wife. God was doing a deeper work in me long before he brought someone to me. And honestly, I didn't see that clearly while I was in it. We tend to think God's main goal in singleness is delivery. Deliver the spouse, deliver the relationship, deliver the next stage. But over time, I've become convinced of this. God is more interested in who you're becoming than what you're getting. That includes your career, that includes your calling, and yes, that includes dating and marriage. Singleness isn't just a holding pattern. It isn't wasted time. It isn't God forgetting about you. It's often a formation season, whether we want it to be or not. So, let's talk about loneliness. If I had to name the hardest part of singleness for me, it was loneliness. And I want to say this clearly. Loneliness is not a sin. It's a form of suffering. It's relational suffering, often invisible. You can be successful, active, serving, joyful, and still deeply lonely. Jesus himself experienced loneliness. Look at Gethsemane, look at the cross. So the question isn't, how do I eliminate loneliness forever? The question is, what does God want me to do through it? I don't think there's one silver bullet, but I do think God offers what I call a constellation of cures, practices and rhythms that don't just free us from loneliness, but bring us formation in our loneliness. Here is an anchor that can help you thrive even when you feel lonely. Finding a bigger story. Social media and entertainment constantly invite us into smaller stories. My productivity, my image, my travel, heck, my brand of hair product. And when we live inside those stories long enough, our hearts shrink. God's word and his church offer a bigger story. Not just a singles ministry story, a God story, a story that says your life matters, your season matters, your singleness is not insignificant because your story doesn't have you as the main character. You're part of what God has been doing since creation itself. That reframes loneliness. When you're walking with God, every part of your life touches the sacred, the story he's been writing since the beginning of the world that he sees and he knows and he's working in it, and he'll bring you to a more glorious ending in this story than you can imagine. And here's a second anchor when you're lonely, a life-giving rhythm. We were made for rhythm, daily, weekly, seasonal rhythms with God and with others. And when we drift into isolation or chaos or nonstop hustle, our loneliness deepens. But our rhythms ground us. Prayer, friendships, serving, generosity, rest. We won't do these perfectly, and we won't master them all at once, but consistency breeds mastery. Over time, those rhythms create space for our inner healing, our connection with others, and our growth in becoming more like Jesus. Whether or not your relationship status changes quickly, you bring yourself into your dating relationships. Don't you want yourself looking something like Jesus? So if I could sit across from my 25-year-old self, here's what I'd say. Slow your pace. God didn't call you to do everything. He called you to follow him daily. Choose community. You were never meant to navigate dating or loneliness alone. Your Christian friends and mentors will be there even after the breakup, or they'll help you through dating and even be there on the other side of the marriage altar. Build your own self through this. Starve out and run from your sin. Spend as much time as you can with your primary relationship, God, and let dating itself be God's means for forming you. So, if you're single today, God is not withholding from you. He's working within you, and that work matters more than you know. So, what's your next step? Ask a friend how they see God working in your life. We can undervalue God's work in us because we don't see it clearly. Snag a buddy from church or small group and ask them, hey, how do you see God working in me? What do you think He's doing in me or through me these days? And give them the chance to offer you some encouragement or even some challenge. So you can see that waiting for dating isn't a waste. God is deeply at work in you. And again, it's you that you bring into dating. If this video has been helpful, please share it with a friend who's figuring out dating. And let us know in the comments or on social media how you're seeing God prepare you for dating. I'd love to have you like it and subscribe to our channel so you can get other resources like this ASAP. And to get all the good stuff, go to binmin.org and sign up for the newsletter, where you'll become an insider to finding all kinds of content and resources that help you find your next step in your spiritual life. Until next time, God bless.